I believe in a creator who is beyond our imagination, who created everything.
Do you believe he could come in human form if he wanted to?
No. Why would he?
He couldn't?
Why would he want to be a human?
I'm not saying why would he. I'm saying can he if he wanted to?
Okay, so I know where you're going with this question, because then it's like, oh, then God came down.
I'm just asking, could he?
He humbled himself.
Could he do it?
And he sacrificed himself.
Could he do it?
Why would he do that for us?
That's phase two, because that's a good question.
Almighty allow himself to be killed?
My brother, that's a good question, but that's phase two. Could he do that if he wanted to in the first place?
Why would he even want to do that?
Love is the answer. Because he loved us enough, because we can't make ourselves right with God, but he can do it.
If the answer works for you, that's fine, bro.
That's fine, but could he do it?
Hey, why would he do that?
No, dude, look, we're not asking why.
We're not in need of God.
It's a yes or no. Could he or not?
God doesn't need us.
I know, exactly. Could he do it or not?
It doesn't matter.
It does, because you're saying, because you're using this as an example of why you reject Christianity. So why? But you're afraid to acknowledge, like, yes, he could. You're afraid to say yes.
He could do that.
Thank you.
But why? So God put himself lower than himself.
He put himself lower.
He put himself on the cross to die. That to me is like, why would I worship a God like that?
Well, you worship a God that can demonstrate love to you. This is what Jesus says.
God demonstrates love to me every day that I'm alive.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Watch this.
I don't control my heart.
Jesus says this. He says there's no greater love than this, that someone dies, gives this life for his friend. That's the greatest love that Jesus says somebody can express. Okay. So you serve a God who can't even express that type of love. So human beings have better potential and greater expression of love than Allah does. But the God that Jesus talks about, he's able to come down, come in human flesh, and give his life for those he loves, because we couldn't do it.
That's fine. If that works for you, bro, that's perfect. May God bless you with that. Mm-hmm. I would not worship a God that would come down to earth and allow himself to be killed by the creation that he created. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus says this. He says, no one takes my life from me. I lay it down of my own accord. So you got to be able to listen to what Jesus says.
So the thing is that is if Jesus even said that.
You don't know what he said or didn't.
Yeah, I mean, the information that we have about Jesus is so skewed, bro, and like that I wouldn't even.
What language did Jesus speak?
He didn't say that.
What language did Jesus speak?
He speak Aramaic.
How you know that? How do you know?
Yeah, I've done research. You can Google it.
But what research did you do? What tells you that?
Pull it up on Google.
Yeah, and what does Google use? What's the source that Google uses to say Jesus spoke Aramaic and Hebrew?
The collective engine sources that it finds.
But what do those sources use? What's the primary source that tells them he spoke Hebrew and Aramaic?
The collection of whatever the scholars.
It's the Bible, brother. The Bible. So the same thing that you're doubting is where you're getting your information from about Jesus. Ain't that crazy?